Hello everyone, welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that Kylie Jenner was a fraud and she was never a self-made billionaire. So Forbes posted an article which stated, the title stated, Inside Kylie Jenner's Web of Lies and Why She Is No Longer a Billionaire. So honestly, from a personal perspective, this is absolutely disgusting, and people should be there should be a repercussion of her lying and making herself seem like what she is absolutely not. So I took the time to actually read the article and critically analyze it, and I made snippets of parts that I think are important and proves their point. Therefore, I'm going to read those parts to you guys and then give my opinion on the situation. So they started off the article by actually talking about how she started her business and how much money she made on her first sale and release. And then they went on to saying this really important part, which states, of course, white lies and omissions and outright fabrications are to be expected from a family that perfected then monetized the concept of famous for being famous. But similar to Donald Trump's decade-long obsession with his net worth, the unusual length to which the Jenners have been willing to go, including inviting Forbes into their mansion and CPA offices, and even creating tax returns that were likely forged, reveals just how desperate some of the ultra-rich are to look even richer. And then they go on to say, based on this new information plus the impact of COVID-19 on beauty stocks and consumer spending, Forbes now thinks that Kylie Jenner, even after pocketing an estimated $340 million after taxes from the sales, is no longer a billionaire. And the sales they're referring to here is the sale of 51% of her company to Scottie, which is a big investment company that buys a lot of beauty brands. And then they go up to talk about Scottie's involvement and the situation by stating, the analysts were initially skeptical. It looked like Scottie was paying way too much for a celebrity brand that could prove to be a fad, uncharged. Another asked how Scottie could be sure that Kylie would remain committed to promoting the business in the years to come. Then the article goes on to say, then there were Kylie's financials. Revenues over 12-month period preceding the deal, $177 million, according to Kylie's presentation. Far lower than the published estimated at the time. More problematic, Scottie said the sales were up 40% from 2018, meaning that the business only generated about $125 million that year. Nowhere near the $360 million that the Jenners had led Forbes to believe. Kylie's skincare line, which launched in May 2019, did $100 million in revenues in the first month and a half. Kylie's reps told us the filings show the line was actually on track to finish the year with just $25 million in sales. I think everybody was surprised, says Weinsick, the Jeffries analyst who was on call. The negative that came out of the announcement was that the business was a lot smaller than everybody had thought. So much smaller, in fact, that there's virtually no way the numbers the Jenners were peddling in earlier years could have been true. If Kylie Cosmetics did $125 million in sales in 2018, how could it have done $370 million in 2016, as the company's supposed tax return stated, or $330 in 2017? One explanation from Kylie's perspective is that Kylie's business quietly fell by more than half in a single year? If so, Cudi paid for a higher growth brand that is actually a much smaller business than it was just a few years ago. Data from e-commerce firm Rakuten which tracked a selected number of receipts, suggested that it was a 62% decline in KYLIE's online sale between 2016 and 2018. More likely, the business was never that big to begin with, and the Jenners had lied about every single year since 2016, including having their accountants draft tax returns with false numbers to help juice Forbes' estimates of KYLIE's earning and net worth. While we can't prove that these documents were fake, though it's likely, it's clear that KYLIE's camp has been lying. For years, the Jenners insisted that all these profits went directly to KYLIE because she owned the business outright. But Cudie's purchase agreement specifically listed KMJ 2018 Irrevocable Trust, controlled by Kristen M. Jenner, as owning a profit in KYLIE Cosmetics. Upon the sale, the document says the trust would give a capital or ownership interest in the company. The Jenners initially told Forbes that the trust holds money Kylie Jenner earned before she turned 18, and Kylie is its beneficiary. But the trust appears to have been created after Kylie turned 18. And the Jenners declined to offer any proof to back up their claim. Given the lack of clarity, the history of lies, we're erring on the side of caution and assuming that the trust belongs to Kris Jenner. That means Kylie Jenner owns an estimated 41% of KYLIE Cosmetics rather than 49%. This is absolutely crazy, guys. So the basic thing that I take from this is that they have been lying, including based on the last sentence that I read, stating that there was a hidden investor or like an investor, Kris Jenner, in the company, meaning, which is why she gets approximately how many percent? 5% of the company. Maybe it's because she actually invested some money into the company, and Kylie Jenner is actually not self-made as she proclaims. And it actually doesn't make sense that the company drops about 40% or even more than 40% from 2016 to 2017 or 2018. It is just statistically doesn't make sense. The only reasonable explanation is that it was never big to begin with, which is what Forbes had mentioned. It is so crazy and dangerous that these people are willing to go to that length to appear to be richer than they are. It is just absolutely disgusting, and it shows that they're not content with what the public has given them. And I don't think these are people that we should be supporting, people that would go to such heights to actually lie, to first of all, make themselves seem like they're self-made and the youngest billionaire ever in history. I always thought it was weird that some person would be that rich from selling makeup, and someone like Rihanna, Fenty Beauty, that I think I've seen more people use, is not even at that stage yet, and she's in her third year of actually starting Fenty, and their products are way better than KYLIE Cosmetics. It actually doesn't make sense, and these young girls are getting this idea in their head that they can be like Kylie Jenner when Kylie Jenner isn't even Kylie Jenner, because she has been lying about who she actually is. There's people who actually deserve that title that actually did not get that title because she lied about it. You see, this is what the privilege of the rich is. Try to manipulate people and be what you're not. Just honest, like, it's just crazy to me to think that these people get away with so much lies. And then you see black people getting shot for maybe, I don't know, a petty crime or drug or for going to jail for years on petty drug crimes, and people are lying to masses that even does more harm, and they don't even nothing happens. Nothing absolutely happens to them because they're rich and they have money and they can protect themselves. It is just completely insane to me. I feel like there should be more investigation into her financial statements, and there should be some sort of FBI. I don't know if they can get into this, but because this is a blatant lie to the public, I think there should be more of an investigation that goes into this. So actually, even after she sold 51% of her company, she is still not a billionaire, and she was allegedly worth 125 million and not previously. And her earnings just increased according to her business venture because of her new business ventures and actually selling her company. You know what else doesn't make sense? Is the fact that she was willing to sell 51% of her company. I thought it was weird that someone would want to sell away majority of their company. That was just something that rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, oh, why is she selling majority of her company? Don't people want to have majority of their company in their control so they have majority of the voting rights when it comes to making executive decisions? These are just the questions that came to my mind when I saw the news that she actually sold majority of her company. And then Kylie went on to actually comment about this situation. And her comment is just, ugh. She went to say, what am I even waking up to? I thought this was a reputable site. All I see are number of inaccurate statements and unproven assumptions, LOL. I never even asked for any of these titles or tried to line my way there ever, period. Even creating tax returns that were likely forged. That's your proof? So you just thought they were forged. Like, actually, what am I reading? But okay, love. I am blessed beyond my years. I have a beautiful daughter and I'm successful and a successful business. I'm doing perfectly fine. Honestly, that was just trash. They didn't just talk about your tax returns. They talked about the fact that the numbers do not make sense. And honey, numbers do not lie. It just logically doesn't make sense. It logically doesn't make sense. And then she goes on to talk about how she's blessed. Yeah, girl, go and stop being a liar and stop manipulating people to think that you're something that you're not. It was just so weird that she sold that much of her company so she can actually make the money and actually become a billionaire and actually not lie about it. That's why she sold her company. She sold her company for that reason, and that reason, not that reason only, but that was the biggest reason, and that's on my opinion. But if you have a different opinion, don't be shy to comment down below and let me know what you think, because I like reading other people's perspectives on matters and issues like this, because it is absolutely irking. But I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like this video if you do actually like it. Bye, and see you next time.